Hello class, today we're going to be going over what a negative feedback loop looks like, what it does, and the example that we're going to show you of a negative feedback loop is one of thermoregulation, specifically how the body maintains a homeostatic stable body temperature. If you didn't know already, normal body temperature is about 36 degrees Celsius or about 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Our body wants to tightly regulate this temperature, but of course we know in reality there's going to be plenty of times when we're going to be in an imbalance where we're going to have an increase in body temperature above this normal or a decrease. What I'm going to show you or illustrate an example of in this picture is when it increases. So like when we're exercising, okay, or in a hot climate, like when we're in Houston. So when we have an increase in body temperature, that signal will be sent to the hypothalamus. Essentially, it's one of our control centers in the brain, part of the nervous center, obviously showing the interconnectedness of all the body systems. The signal will then send a signal to both the sweat glands and the capillaries within the skin. Of course, the sweat glands are going to start perspirating, which is a fancy word for sweating, and the capillaries in the skin are going to dilate or expand to increase blood flow to the skin so that the heat within the blood can radiate or leave the body to again try to achieve a cooling effect. And of course, when it comes back to sweating again, we don't get the cooling effect from sweating unless the sweat is vaporized or is evaporated away from the body. This is why we want to be in a very or more dry environment versus a humid environment. Whenever it's humid outside, our sweat or perspiration will not evaporate off the skin as well, and then we will not achieve the cooling effect. But let's say it's dry, then we will achieve that cooling effect. Our body temperature will obviously go back down, decrease to get back to this normal body temperature, and thus negate or diminish that effect or imbalance of having an increase in body temperature. Again, showing that negative feedback loop. I like to think of it as, again, a signal that negates the stimulus being the increase in body temperature. So negative feedback loop turns off that signal of an increase in body temperature to get back to normal.